What is up YouTube, Jamie the Kid 00 here, coming to you guys with a brand new video. So today, as promised, we are going to be going through some of the combos from the previous Karakuri deck profile that came out yesterday. So we're going to open up with pretty much the most standard one, and in almost all situations we are going to open up with the Komachi Ninishi and the Inasichi, mainly because we have a very large number of ways of getting into the Ninishi, and we're just going to not activate the Inasichi. We're just going to use this guy as a proxy for a Karakuri monster, at least in this first version, and then we'll do a version later on which would require him to actually be himself. But this can really just be any Karakuri monster. And then we filled our hand with 3 extra random cards. We actually don't need them, so I'm going to leave them down here slightly out of shot. But for any old combo, all you have to do is be able to make Halka Fibrax. That's all you need to do, and we're going to make a board better than things like Eldritch can make as well. So what we're going to do is normal summon that one Komachi Ninishi to the field and use her additional normal summon to normal summon our random Karakuri monster. We are then going to link these 2 away, if I can grab my extra deck. I am reaching around a tripod, so it's a little awkward, to special summon our Halka Fibrax. Halka Fibrax is then going to trigger, and special summon from our deck, as soon as I can find it. I didn't thin the deck or prepare it in any way. Our copy of course he's at the top, Deskbot 001. Now, we're going to need a dice at some point, so I'll bring this into shot. We are going to link these 2 away to make our copy of wherever you've gone, Auroradon. Now, Auroradon's effect is going to trigger to to special summon us 3 tokens to the field. It doesn't really matter where you put these tokens, so I'm going to put 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. The Deskbot 001 will then trigger to special summon itself back to the field. We're then just going to use Auroradon immediately to tribute itself away and one of the tokens for our O-Lion in the deck. This is why I was saying it kind of sucks if you draw the O-Lion, because you absolutely do need it for pretty much every combo the deck makes. So you're in scoop zone if you draw that O-Lion, unless you want to play kind of very slow game at Yu-Gi-Oh! We're then going to Synchro Summon using the O-Lion and one of these tokens to make our Garden Rose Maiden. And as this is the normal combo, we're not going to search off of the Garden Rose Maiden. It's not necessary just yet. But our O-Lion is going to special summon a token, so we're going to use the Defense Mode Kyriel here. We're then going to immediately Synchro using the Deskbot and the Garden Rose Maiden to Synchro Summon for our Coral Dragon. I always like to put them up here because in the bigger combos, you run out of space very quickly, so it's very useful to just have that extra room. We're then going to Synchro using one of these tokens and the Coral Dragon to make our first copy of Karakuri Super Shogun Burebu, and Burebu is going to special summon a Karakuri monster from the deck. So in this case, we will end up just going for, because I said this is the kind of boring, simple combo, I'm going to special summon the Ninishi here. Then we're going to use the Garden Rose Maiden to resurrect the Coral Dragon. I always called it Combo Dragon, because it really is the Combo Dragon. We're then going to Synchro using the Coral Dragon and the last token for another copy of Super Shogun Burebu. Burebu's effect will then trigger, special summoning as another Karakuri monster from the deck. And it is going to be our copy of Inasichi. And we can then Synchro summon with these 2 for our Naturia Beast. He's going to go here, or wherever we want to put it, and then we're going to link exceed these 2 into our copy of True King of All Calamities. It's important we put them away from the link zone so you can avoid things like Relinquished Anima and other cards that would benefit from pointing to them. So we want to put them away from those zones. But that's the simple combo, just to make Naturia Beast and VFD, but because of the way we build this, we only draw 1 card off of the Coral Dragon. So it only gets us so far. Shall we see how much deeper the rabbit hole goes with a bit more combo extension? Now, starting with the same combo hand again, we're going to do things a little differently. We're, of course, going to stow these 3 away, because, again, they were kind of irrelevant apart from, of course, the Call by the Grave. We are going to normal summon our Ninishi, and we're going to use Ninishi to actually summon Inasichi here. Inasichi is then going to trigger to search our deck for a copy of Gamma Oil, which is essentially Monster Reborn for Karakuri monsters. We're then going to link these 2 away. I'm going to speed through this as quickly as I can. So we're going to make this guy. He's then going to special summon our copy of Deskbot 001 that we were discussing before. We're then going to turn these 2 into an Auroradon again. So everything's very, very similar thus far. Going for 1, a 2, and a 3. We then summon the Deskbot from the grave. We're then going to turn these two into our copy of O-Lion, which is somewhere in here. And we're going to turn the O-Lion and one of the tokens, of course I'll just put the one that O-Lion generates here, into a Garden Rose Maiden. Garden Rose Maiden is then going to search our deck for a copy of the one of Black Garden that we're playing. And then we're going to immediately play that Black Garden, because here's where it gets kind of important. So we're going to play the Black Garden here. I'm going to use a dice to count up the number of tokens I'm going to give my opponent, because that's of course off shot for you guys. We're then going to, so we'll put it there when we get there. We'll synchro these two away into our Coral Dragon. Special summon here. That's going to give our opponent one token. We're then going to synchro using the Coral Dragon and using a token for our Karakuri Shogun Berebu. And Berebu's going to trigger, so we're going to have Chainlink 1 to draw, we'll go Chainlink 1 to summon, 2 to special, and then 3 to draw. So we'll take the draw now, which is a Reborn. We'll special summon a Karakuri, which is going to be our, I think at this situation, I'm trying to remember my play, it has to be Inasichi. And then, because two monsters are summoned, the Berebu and this, our opponent now has 3 tokens. We can then use Black Garden to destroy all plant monsters on the field, which are all the tokens we gave our opponent, to special summon back the Coral Dragon without using the Garden Rose Maiden. So we're now a resource ahead, if that makes sense. So what we can then do is turn these two into a copy of, wherever he has gone, Beredo, over here. And then Beredo can trigger to special summon from the deck. So Beredo is going to get us, let's say, a Kunamazan, because we have a level 3 tuner in the graveyard that we're going to be getting back later on with our Gamma Oil. What we can then do is we can now use our Garden Rose Maiden to extend our play to special summon Coral Dragon back. And we can use these two to turn into a copy of... If I can... Oh, that's the main deck. We can turn these two into our Berebu. Sorry, things are getting a bit untidy on this desk. I'm surrounded by things. That Berebu that will then trigger and special summon a monster from the deck. So I think in this situation we can just go with a Ninishi. Then what we can do is turn these two into another copy of Beredo. And then the Beredo can trigger and special summon from the deck. And that Beredo is going to get us, I think we discussed it in the deck profile, our copy of Nishipachi. When Nishipachi comes out, he changes the battle position of one monster on the field, so we can just use Nishipachi to change himself to defense. We can take a free draw, and another free draw, because of a monster's battle position changing and 2 Beredos triggering. We can then turn these 2 Berebus into our King of Calamities. We can then turn these 2 into our copy of Dingirsu. And we can then use the Gamma Oil we originally searched. Of course, we did draw another one, but we can use our Gamma Oil to bring back our level 2 Inasichi and turn these 2 into Naturia Beast. See how simple that is? You can get so much advantage, and we've drawn into a hand trap and an extra extender, so we could have potentially gone even further off of, really, just 2 cards. So now it's time to get really nutty with some of our combos. We're going to assume that we're opening up with either Inasichi or Nishipachi, it doesn't matter which here, and a Machina Redeployment. We're going to activate the Machina Redeployment, and of course we need a card to discard for it. We're not going to have any extra random cards in our hand for this combo today. We're then going to search our deck for 2 Machina monsters and add them to our hand. So those monsters are going to be... They're all the way at the top, aren't they? Irradiator and Megaform. So we're going to use Irradiator's effect, discarding itself and Megaform to special summon the Megaform to the board. I'm going to trigger Megaform's effect to tribute itself and special summon from our deck our Metal Cruncher. So Metal Cruncher is going to go all the way over here. I like to have him kind of out of the way, but he is going to trigger and allow us to reveal 3 machine monsters in the deck, and our opponent, Earth machine monsters even, and our opponent gets to pick one of them and add it to our hand at random. So we are, of course, going to show them 1, they're of course going to be right at the top of the deck, 2, and 3 copies of Ninishi, so even whatever they choose at random, it's always going to be this copy of Ninishi. I'm then going to normal summon the Ninishi and use her extra normal summon to normal summon Inasichi, and Inasichi is going to trigger to search us a copy of Gamma Oil. We'll put Gamma Oil again down here, slightly out of shot. We're then going to make our Halka Fibrax, and this Metal Cruncher is going to hang around for a good long while, just on the back bench. He'll come up later on. Halka Fibrax is going to trigger to special summon our Deskbot from the deck. And we're then, just like before, going to turn these two into our Auroradon. He's over here. And Auroradon's going to get 3 tokens, and the Deskbot 1 special summons. I haven't really explored what level 10 synchros you could probably make here, but there's definitely loads of different ways you can combo this that I'm not even covering in this video. You can turn the Auroradon and a token into the O-Lion, wherever you've gone. You're in here somewhere, boy. There he is. And we're going to turn the O-Lion and one of these tokens into our Garden Rose Maiden. You see where this is all going now. So Garden Rose Maiden is here, and we'll special summon the token off of the O-Lion like this. Garden Rose Maiden is going to trigger to search our deck for a Black Garden. And, oh, wherever it's gone. I thought I could skip ahead and find it, but it is here. We're then going to place the Black Garden, and we're going to do the dice situation again, just to keep you guys informed. We'll play it immediately, and we'll turn this and this into our Coral Dragon. Coral Dragon going there. We're going to get 1 token given to our opponent. I'm going to turn the Coral Dragon and one of these tokens into Burebu up here. And then we're going to trigger the extra effects. So we're going to take the draw. We're going to special summon off the Burebu. It's probably best to do the special summon first to thin out the number of Karakuri monsters, actually. So let's just cheat and do it that way around, you know? It's probably easier. So Burebu is going to get us a level 2. And then we are going to get an extra 2 tokens for our opponent. And we'll take our draw. There we go, that was so much better. We're then going to burn the Black Garden and bring back our Coral Dragon. Now from here, what we do is we can take the Coral Dragon away and use the token to make 1 more Burebu. He's going to hang out over here. And the Burebu is going to trigger to special summon 1 more monster from the deck. And I think in this situation, we'll go with the Saizan. Let's just go for a nice level 4 boy, because we are going to need level 4s in a moment. We're then going to use the Garden Rose Maiden, which is in our graveyard, to banish and special summon back our Coral Dragon. We're going to turn these 2 into another level 8, which is going to be our Buredo. I don't know why I said another level 8, because we haven't done it once yet. I'm going to use Buredo's effect to special summon. And that is going to be, wherever you are, he's in here somewhere, Hyper. He'll go over here. Now, the reason why we wanted that Metal Cruncher way earlier on, and we're going to start freeing up some space on the board, is we're going to use the Burebu and the Metal Cruncher here to make our True King of all calamities up here. We are then going to turn these 2. And actually, if you'll allow me to reverse, this was actually incorrect. This Saizan should be a level 3 tuner, because it's very important that we actually get our Ogama going. So, forgive me guys, you will have to reverse a little bit. That does have to be a level 3. I'm making this up as I go along. So we make our level 7 here, which was very important for us, which is our Bure. Bure is going to trigger and special summon the Ogama from the deck, which is Gamma, which is the little frog guy that we talked about in the deck profile being really, really important. We can then do a couple of things. We can take a draw early, or we can draw later on. We're going to turn these 2 into our Buredo again, which is here. Buredo is going to special summon. And what he will do is he can go a couple of ways here. So what we can do is, because we have the Gamma Oil, we don't even really need to go for the Nisipachi. We can do all sorts of things. We can make either Naturia Beast here, just for clarity. We can make Naturia Beast, or we can make Boral Savage, whichever one you need. So we are going to go for the Nishipachi here, but the fact that he changes his own battle position isn't all that relevant. So he is going to change his own battle position. The 2 Buredos are going to trigger, but we could have just changed his battle position with the Gamma Oil. That's going to allow us to draw 2 cards from our deck. So we're now at 3 draws, just for reference. What we can then do is use the Gamma Oil, because here we are going to make Naturia Beast. We'll play it. It is an equip spell. We're going to bring back that Ninishi from ages ago. Sorry, Inisichi. Their names are always very difficult to remember. And we'll turn these all into a copy of Naturia Beast. And then that will be a situation where we pass play. But why that's important is we now have a field of Naturia Beast, 2 draws to get us closer to even more hand traps. We didn't even talk about the Monster Reborn that we keep drawing for some reason, but we don't want to assume that's in the combo. And we have this guy. So Karakuri Gamma is really, really cool because he can... as a quick effect, while in the graveyard, banish himself and target a Karakuri monster you control and change its battle position. So into your opponent's turn, what can happen is, say your opponent makes a play that you want to interrupt, you can activate this guy. You kind of want to do it very, very early, banishing it, switching the position of one of your Beredos, drawing 2 cards off of the Beredos in your opponent's turn, which potentially could have been hand traps in this situation, of course it wasn't. So we're now up to 5 draws, and then Berebu can trigger to target an opponent's card and banish it, and you have spell trap negations infinitely, and monster effect negations pretty much infinitely. That's pretty nuts. Or a different way you could have done it is you could have used the Ogama for your additional draws in your turn. So back when we were only at 3 draws, and we could have just ended with a board of these 2, turning into a Dingirsu, and Dingirsu can equip this, and then if Dingirsu protects something from destruction from your opponent, you can detach this and have it ready in your opponent's turn to banish and use on this guy. And use a banish if you follow the way that effect chain works. But yeah, guys, I hope you've all enjoyed. These have been a few of the fun combos I've been really enjoying testing out on Edo Pro with Karakuri. It's been an archetype that, if you guys check back on my channel, I've really had my eye on since 2011. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. I hope you've all enjoyed. Let me know your comments down below for any other Karakuri combos or good combo starters for Karakuri that you can come up with, because this is really, really dependent on finding the Karakuri in a dress. But yeah, leave me your comments on what you thought. Leave this a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit that notification bell for more notifications when my videos come up. Yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Share this with your friends if you think it was relevant. I've been Jamie the Kid 00, and I'll see you guys very, very soon for some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Related content. Peace out. Bye-bye.